Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
It's time for local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Alpine Air, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now let's head live to the stadium for coverage of local sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wenatchee, Washington for tonight's encounter between the visiting Moses Lake Mavericks and the Wenatchee Panthers. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Thank you for being with us. And, well, something a little different tonight. We're starting with a coach interview. Next to me is the coach for the Wenatchee Panthers, John Springer. Coach, I gotta tell you, it's senior night, it's a special night, but there's a bit of a vibe about this team. 5 wins in a row. You guys are on a pretty nice roll, no?
Yeah, we have been on a good roll. The girls have been playing well. They've kind of fought through injuries, and they seem to be getting on the healthy side now. So, yeah, it's good energy.
All right. We'd like to invite Matt Wisen to join us, please. Matt, thank you. Now, you had something very specific that you wanted to say about what this game means for the Panthers on their way to a possible league title.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, like I was just talking to John earlier, wins are a necessity. You know, you drop a game in the last couple games, it could get interesting. Like John and I were saying, the formulas get rather complex and yet simple at the same time. Take care of business, get the wins, max points, guaranteed a title. Don't do that, then we get through some weird formulas, but in the end it comes out to points. And right now, you know, Wenatchee looks like they're sitting maybe a point ahead of everybody. So,
yeah, that's correct. We're tied with Eastmont by record because we split with them. It comes down to points, and we've got 1 extra point on them. That can change the next 2 games for sure. But, you know, the girls do control their own destiny. As I've told them, it's like, you know, if you win out these next 2 games and you score 3 goals in doing so in each game, you get max points, and then you solidify a home field advantage for this district seed, and you take the league championship. So that's the goal, that's the objective, but it is nice to know that there's a little bit of a buffer there with West Valley having beaten Ike the other day, so that gave us a cushion, so that's good. Either way, if we can, even if we win 1 of the next 2, we're at least guaranteed to stay in the Valley for the district championship, whether it be here or Eastmont. We'll see.
You know, a common phrase that Sebastian and I talk about offline is we say, well, it's soccer. So meaning that anything can happen. Yeah. Especially on an emotional night, so being that this is a senior night, where's the girls' minds sitting right now?
I can't guarantee it's focused on the game yet. It's been pretty emotional already. The parents decorated the locker room. It looks awesome. There were a lot of tears in the locker room already. We've got Sienna here tonight, who, you know, has had a couple of brain surgeries, and she's going to suit up. She'll come out, just kind of do a quick honorary start. We'll knock the ball out of bounds, sub her out. But I'm really glad she's here and has the opportunity to go out of her career on her own terms instead of being carried off the field like the last time we saw her here. So I'm glad she's up for it. I'm glad we're able to do that for her. Obviously, that'll be an emotional thing for the rest of the team. But then they've got to buckle down and be ready to go. And we all know that Moses will never lay down and give you a chance. So it's going to be a battle.
All right, looking forward to it. That was the head coach of the Panthers, John Springer. It's going to be, like he said, a battle, and we're glad that you're here to witness it with us. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses, and I jump. So I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
after we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, when we're just about ready to witness the first half of this contest between the Mavericks of Moses Lake, the Panthers of Wenatchee. A quick glance at the standings tells us that Wenatchee is locked in a battle of wills with a very familiar foe. Eastmont is in second place. Wenatchee is 10-4. Eastmont is 9-4-1. So the difference is minuscule, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, really close there. So it's going to come down to these last couple games. You know how they do.
Absolutely. The third place belongs to Moses Lake with 8-7. Fourth place, Eisenhower 6-5-1. West Valley Yakima 6-6-1. And then a few rungs below, Davis with 2-11, and Sunnyside with 1-12. So this table is pretty much set for what we hope for this late in the season. Games that mean something, not just for us up here, but for the kids down there, the 24 players. They had 22 players, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, definitely a lot on the line. And what we alluded to there in pregame, and a lot of emotions tonight too, as we're starting to see. Senior night, Sienna Miller taking the kickoff, coming back from not the most favorable of hands that she was dealt, and dealing with it well. Lots of emotions. Last home game as seniors for regular season, and everything else. So and opportunistic. And as Coach Springer says, never say die opponent in Moses Lake tonight. Should be a very competitive, fun game to watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're getting down to the last players being announced in the starting lineup, so we're just waiting for the protocol to be finished here at the Apple Bowl. A very chilly night. Definitely much more early winter than late fall, Matt Wisen. We're going to take a quick break as we have the national anthem, and when we come back, we have the starting lineups and the kickoff here. It's Mavericks against Panthers. You won't want to miss it. Don't go away.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Hondas are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in. See your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
The Apple Bowl, Panthers and Mavericks about to get it on here. Now, Matt, you alluded to something earlier, and this is one of the reasons why we haven't done the starting lineups just yet. There is something very special going on with the starters for Wenatchee. Could you please explain it to us?
Well, I think if you watched these games in the past, especially recently, and we alluded to it earlier, Miss Miller is coming back from a rather challenging set of health issues, and this is her last game for the team.
Senior night, yes.
Senior night, and while she isn't physically capable of playing tonight, they're going to do have her start the game. Wenatchee will take the kickoff and then make a quick play out of bounds, so they can sub her off the field, but just give her that one last moment with her teammates on the pitch.
And then walking off the field, a player,
walking off the field, a player, correct.
A player, a member of the team participating in a meaningful game.
I believe her last game leading up to this, she was carried off the field, and that's what Mr. Springer had said, where she was severely injured, and so now. She's coming back. At least she's walking. She's coming off, leaving the pitch on her own terms.
Absolutely, well deserved as well. So in the meantime, while we wait, we're going to give you the starters for Moses Lake, the Mavericks. Number 0, Gabriela Vela. Number 1, Maite Bettis. Number 3, Reese Prescott. Number 3, Makaya Higley. Number 9, Isabella Huberto. Number 10, Lindsay Davis. Number 12, Meadow Science. Number 14, Ingrid de la Rosa. Number 15, Kayla Thornberry. Number 17, Kenna Morrison. Number 22, Zitlali Murillo. The head coach for the Mavericks is Alicia Overland, assisted by Kelsey Eddy, Megan Thompson, Stephanie Kuhn, Frankie Gallardo, and Janelle Fox. The starting lineups brought to you all season long by TC's Lingers. Let TC's Lingers save you time, money, and labor with our conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. TC's Lingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. Now we see, Piper Davidson, and number 2 must be Miss Davis then. The center circle, the Panthers, and I cannot express how grateful I am for this. They're wearing great big numbers on the back, because those white tops will make it difficult, don't they, Matt Wisen?
Definitely appreciating the color combo tonight.
Yeah.
My old man eyes are somewhat helped.
Decked in, looks like purple and black, and Moses Lake in white. And there goes the ball, and there goes Miss Davis. One final time. Surrounded by her teammates, walking off the field, a student athlete. Through and through student athlete. A great big ovation, well deserved, and then some, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, just great to watch that.
All right, we are back in action now. Moses Lake moving the ball from left to right, decked in white, as we said. The quick touch. I'm going to have to move over here because this is where the heater is.
Yeah, old man Winter made an unwelcome appearance tonight.
A quick run, takeaway by the Panthers into the box. Right side, flag is up. None of that will count. Action is stopped. And it will be Moses Lake ball. We're just crossing the 30-second threshold of this first half, ladies and gentlemen. There's the touch. Lindsey Davis, recovered by Wenatchee. Down the flank they go. Good shielding by the back line of the Mavericks, letting it sail out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. Taking care of it will be number 3, Micaiah Higley. There's Higley. Good takeaway that time by Amante. Recovered once again by the Mavericks. Stopped near midfield by Logan Gorsdidier. Touch to the back for Berkeley Bowles. Straight up meal. Gorsdidier, good ball into the box. Davison the shot, and it sails over the crossbar. Beautiful opportunity. Got good connection. About 20, 30, even perhaps 35 yards in 3 touches, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic run through a backdoor run through, and then that ball played in was perfect. And it's not easy to do on a fast pitch like the Apple Bowl.
Good take away the shot and the stop by Gabriela Bella.
Very solid hands there, and no rebound came in. That was a lot more challenging to do to make it look like you've got super glue on your hands, to just stick that ball and not have it move it a bit.
Coble. Kara Gorsdidier. Long ball across. Natalie Bowles. Rejected by Thornberry. The touch to the left flank. Backtracking a bit. Higley. Off to chase it. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be the sideline. It will be Wenatchee ball. Logan Gorsdidier. Bowles, top of the box. Rejected by Science. Science and Bettis. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, in my opinion. Let's see what the referee says. By the way, the referees for today's contest, Ed Navarro is the center referee, good friend of NCWLIFE. And, of course, always assisted by Christine Morol and Richard Carlson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. The throw-in instead finds Ingrid De La Rosa. Morrison. Prescott. Morrison. Taken away by the Panthers. Berkeley Bowles across midfield. Natalie Bowles, the through ball once again. This one doesn't find the desired recipient. Good turn. Science opening the game up to the right side. A little too long for Reese Prescott. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 4 minutes and change into this first half of play. We're still tied at 0-0. Throw in. That's right. Mr. Navarro. Right on it. Technical foul on the throw-in, Matt Wisen. We were joking about that earlier before the broadcast, and sure enough, here it is.
Yeah, I don't see that too often. Not that it doesn't happen a lot. It just isn't really called that much.
Huberto on the trap. Good takeaway past 2 markers. Threading the needle a little bit. Keeping it alive is Lindsey Davis. Good takeaway that time by the back line of Wenatchee. Prescott insisting for the Mavericks. De La Rosa. Waiting for it is Kenna Morrison. Instead it lands at the feet of Piper Davidson. Piper, time to thread the needle, trying to surprise one of those forwards on the right side. Can't quite work. They're trying again. Didier. Opening to the right side for Tess Scott. Push up field, interrupted by Moses Lake. Zitlali Murillo. The good through ball with some space, with some speed, into the box, left-footed shot, and Miss Brooklyn Burgess watches it sail by. A good opportunity for Moses Lake here in the early going. The shot from about 18 yards out by Isabella Huberto. And now I believe we have the identity of the player who replaced Sienna Miller. I believe it's number 17, Zaylee Stegman.
You're correct. Last time we watched Miss Stegman was here in the Apple Bowl against Eastmont, I believe, when
another tough night.
Carted off right before halftime with an injury, and so it's good to see her back.
Quick run. Off to the races. First on it will be the goalkeeper, Miss Burgess. Burgess. Impressive shot. Stopped on midfield. Moses Lake trying to set the pace. Huberto. The through ball. Off to chase it is Meadow Science. The touchline will be there. First ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 33-14 left in the first half. Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese, and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza night.
When you said Abby's Pizza, it was like an exclamation for a minute, and I started looking around for somebody that brought Abby's Pizza. I was
sorry, pal.
A little bit let down there.
Quick touch, and Ms. Burgess once again with the stop. 32-40 left on the clock. And the sweet touch by Miss Davidson. This could be interesting if Natalie Bowles can retain control. She does the shot across, and it's stopped right at the 18 by the back line of the Mavericks. Off to the races now as Reese Prescott. The ball will go out of bounds. But a timely intervention that time by number 12, Meadow Science. Because Ms. Davidson had two players waiting just at the edge of the 18 that could have sent the shot in the general direction of the Moses Lake gate. Throw in for the Panthers. There's Natalie Bowles again. Trying one of those through balls. Huberto. First on it is Berkeley Bowles. There's Berkeley across midfield. Piper Davidson off to the races. A good touch. Opening the game up to the left side for Natalie Bowles. Waiting for it is Logan Gross-Didier. Personal maneuver instead, and the left-footed shot sails wide.
Yeah, right idea there. Just a little bit much of a hook on that shot, but she had the right amount of traffic in front of the keeper, and it was setting up well.
Number 16 for Moses Lake enters the contest, and that would be Camry Char. Prescott. On the mark is Giselle Sanchez Blanco. Oh, good idea. If the ball by Miss Char had found the feet of Lindsay Davis, perhaps, who was kind of like playing the attacking mid position there, might have been something a lot more dangerous. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. 30-30 on the clock, and we're still tied at 0-0. Alpine Air, turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today, 509-662-6842. The quick touch. Rejected by the back line of the Panthers. Good stop at midfield. This could be interesting. Meadow Science. Rejected. Trying again is Zitlali Murillo. That one is Prescott. Prescott sailing past one marker. Lifts her gaze. Shot across, and right before Miss Char could connect, the stop by Miss Burgess. puts a stop to the danger before the shells collapse.
Yeah, Moses Lake's finding some little space in between the defensive players for Wenatchee. So communication and their shape is kind of breaking down. Moses Lake's starting to take advantage of that.
Quick run down to the left side. Good give and go, looking for Natalie Bowles, and just misses. Connecting. There's another try. Berkeley Bowles opening the game up. Stegman. Have to backtrack a little bit. Moses Lake on the recovery. Could be a counter in the making. Opening the game up to the right side, looking to find Reese Prescott. It finds instead Ava Coble. Coble to push up field for Gross Didier. Gross Didier and Piper Davidson. Davidson, right-footed touch to the heart of the box. Looking for a space to turn. Back to Davidson. The shot. Oh, my goodness. Good opportunity. Good idea. Good triangulation there between those two, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get that shot around. You know, it's your plant foot. It's hard to do when you're running away from the goal to turn that plant foot and open those hips enough so you can swing that leg around or close them off, I guess.
Number 8. Go ahead, Matt.
But good passing combos. Good to see Piper get in the game. Last time or Saturday she broke her nose at Kashmir. So this is her first competition back after 3 days or so away from breaking your nose. You would think it would be you'd want to be a little protective of that, and instinctually you'd back away from contact. And so we'll see. I mean, I know I'd be like in a fetal position.
There's an image.
Kudos just coming out here and playing.
Number 8, Amaya Perez is in for the Moses Lake Mavericks. The throw-in. Sails down the stripe. They're going to let it go out of bounds, it looks like. Yes, indeed. It will be a goal kick for the Panthers. 27-30 left on the clock. We're still tied at 0-0. Moses Lake and Wenatchee. Wenatchee and Moses Lake. Stopped up midfield by a very efficient Miss Science. Recovered by the Panthers, looking perhaps to connect with Miss Davidson. She's in the vicinity, but first on it is the back line of the Mavericks with not a whole lot of artistry. They just push the ball upfield, but before they can connect with one of those forwards, Miss Burgess puts a stop to the play. There's Burgess. Touched by Prescott. Prescott and Murillo. Recovered by a very, very busy backline of Wenatchee in this early going. Throw-in for Moses Lake. Looks like, yes, indeed. The clearing by Wenatchee is a little high on optimism and a little short on accuracy. A throw-in for the Mavericks. Morrison on the throw-in. Bettis. Over to chase it is Mado Science. She will not get there. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. Thornberry. Straight up for Lindsay Davis. The turn. Switching flanks across the center alley. Is she going to get there? Is she? She is. Good effort by Reese Prescott. What a hustle. Taken away by Logan Gross Didier, but no, she just shielded it from Miss Prescott. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. And we have number 9 for Moses Lake. Huberto getting ready to re-enter the contest. Natalie Bowles. The shot across. Are they insisting on that formula a little bit too much, Matt Wisen? Are they becoming a little predictable?
Just gonna write that down. They're getting a little stretched because they're going to that play a lot, just making this long pass through instead of working through the thirds, and it's setting. As Wenatchee tries to catch up to that long ball, Moses Lake is just intercepting it and able to almost counter.
Sanchez Blanco The stop by Moses Lake, rejected once again by Ava Coble. It's a bit of a ping-pong game on either side of the equator here. The touch by Prescott, and the stop by Ms. Burgess. 24, and now 24-24 left in the first half of play. Ms. Huber trying to stay warm on the sideline. Action continues in the circle. Citlali Murillo. Prescott. Waiting for it is Lindsay Davis. Prescott, personal maneuver. Prescott approaching the box. Prescott, right-footed shot. Oh my, go! What a move by Prescott. Shades of Maradona against the English in 86. Just sailing, slaloming past a forest of purple jerseys, and Moses Lake takes the lead. Matt Wisen, impressive stuff.
Yeah, very strong play. It was shoulder to shoulder, a lot of battle, a lot of just grit going after that ball, and just to hold that possession and get a shot off. It was fantastic.
That happened in the 17th minute of play. 23-23 left in the first half, and Wenatchee now with some homework to do, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, Wenatchee, I think John was very, or Coach Springer was very forthright about this, and the discussion being this week what they needed to do to win the league, and how that can sometimes make your team overly confident when you're talking about that kind of stuff. Puts a little bit of pressure on them. We were just talking about their back line being a little bit spread apart and communication breaking down, and Moses Lake taking advantage of that. That could all be part of that whole lack of focus and overconfidence. But I don't want to take anything away from that goal Moses Lake just scored.
That was a
good one.
That was a good run. Left side, right side, shot, and a diving stop by the goalkeeper, Ms. Gabriela Vela. Not a major worry for her that time. The effort, it looked like, was Natalie Bowles from the right side. Quick move. Rejected by Moses Lake. The quick run down the flank. A bit of a shot from behind. Ms. Lindsay Davis hits the deck. And it should be Moses Lake ball, in my opinion. Yep, it will be a free kick for Moses Lake.
Yeah, it looked up here. It looked shoulder to shoulder. Is he gonna? They're giving the.
No, I would have called it. I think it was. But I agree with the call. I thought that was.
It was uncharacteristic for the game, though. So
true.
That contact is probably why it was called, because it just hasn't been that physical of a game.
It's a throw-in, they're saying now. Well, now there's a discussion between the two players. Now they're bringing it down. Okay, it is a goal, free kick, but right next to the sideline, and it will be number 9, Isabella Huberto, the chipper, sailing over the crossbar. I got to tell you, there are some fans here from Moses Lake right below our booth, and every time Moses Lake has a chance, it's like the second coming. They get up and whoa and start hooting and hollering. Love it, absolutely love it. Most of the Wenatchee fans are on the other side.
Yeah, in the fall, Wenatchee, I believe, takes that other side with the covered bleachers, and in the early fall, this side cooks.
Across midfield. Prescott trying to get past their marker. In this case, Ava Coble. Bettis, Prescott, recovered by Wenatchee. On the move now is Ariana Carrion, number 9. Sanchez Blanco. Bowles. Touch to the back. Bettis. Huberto. Bit of a ping pong game. Good takeaway that time by Wenatchee. The turn. Switching over to the right side. Looking for Tess Scott. Scott delivers a touch. Ball sails out of bounds now, and it will be Miss Scott taking care of it. Stegman. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball, says the referee. Moses Lake was getting ready to take care of that throw-in. Miss Scott. Berkeley Bowles. Taken back by Moses Lake. Wenatchee takes it away yet again. Good heel touch. The outlet touch by Moses Lake opens up a bit of space for Miss Prescott, and we've seen what she can do with that. Wenatchee puts out that fire rather quick. Sanchez Blanco. Across the center alley to the right side for Stegman. Waiting for it is Davidson. To her goes Davidson. Davidson throwing the knee a little bit. Bettis. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 17 minutes, 53 seconds left in this, the first half of play. Moses Lake ahead of Wenatchee, 1-0. Down the flank they go. Battling for it. There's Bowles. Then Natalie Bowles. A sweeping maneuver trying to kick the ball away. Instead it goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. And a good opportunity for us to tell you to turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842 or go online at alpineair.net. A touch by Ava Coble. Recovered by Prescott. Taken away by Davidson. Trying again for Wenatchee's Kara Gross-Didier. Opening the gap to the right side for Tess Scott. The long ball lands at the feet of Davidson. Touch to the side. Back to Davidson. Into the box. Right-footed shot. And a brilliant strike it is. Davidson ties it up for the Panthers with 16 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the half. One for Moses Lake. One for Wenatchee, Matt Wisen.
That was a rocket. She got some contact on that ball. Brilliant shot. A little more patience there in possession. Moving the ball around, finding the open shooter. Nothing you can do as a keeper when that ball's coming in at that angle, far post, with that amount of pace.
Ingrid De La Rosa is back in for Moses Lake. It's a 1-1 tie so far. Huberto. Davis. Touch to the back. Recovered that time by Bettis. On the mark is Davidson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake, in my opinion. No, the referee says it's Wenatchee. We're going to go with the experts on this one.
And to the viewers, just letting you know, we cannot see the touch line here. They're just blocked by the bleachers, and so it's a little difficult sometimes to call.
There's Bowles, Berkeley Bowles. Ingrid De La Rosa across midfield to Char. With some speed now is Meadow Science. Nice move. Science. Bettis. Approaching the top of the box. Trying to make a turn. It looked like it was number 10, Davis, but play continues. And back to Davis it goes, and she just runs out of room.
Yeah, Wenatchee had a little bit of a lack of focus there. The back line, the split between the players and the back line that gap got pretty wide. And Moses Lake is just, again, still finding that room in between players. And Wenatchee's just playing with fire if they're going to keep that kind of shape.
Beth Rebellia, number 5 for Moses Lake, is in for the contest now. Across the center alley they go. Morrison with some space. Davidson on the mark. The touch sails past Bettis, recovered by the Panthers. Berkeley Bowles. Once again, that long ball. Bit of a clash of headers there. And it was Prescott who headed it out of bounds before Carrion can get to it. So it will be a throw-in for Moses Lake. 13 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half of play. We're tied at 1, Moses Lake and Wenatchee. The turn by Huberdeau, trying to connect. About 10 yards out with Char. Long ball rejecting the advances of the Mavericks. Good stop at midfield. Wenatchee having a heck of a time making it past into the final third of the field, Matt Wisen. It's really, really difficult for them to try to do something that doesn't involve one of those long balls that we've seen.
Yeah, Moses Lake's doing a good job of bunching up that middle there. Wenatchee, as we were saying earlier, it really started just playing long and skipping the middle third.
Bettis opening the game up a bit for Charbol, goes out of bounds, however, and it will be a goal kick for the Panthers. Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda and East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. There's a goal kick for the Panthers. And like you said, about Moses Lake coming up the middle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players surrounding the circle, Matt Wisen, for the Mavericks.
Yeah, so Wenatchee can do a better job of moving that ball quicker, using the width, trying to spread them out a little bit. Going to the same well over the top in the corners isn't paying dividends right now. So Wenatchee really does have to kind of slow down, be a little more patient, and work on their movement and connection through the middle.
Prescott with a shot blocked by the left back for Wenatchee. Carry on. Battling with Morrison. Couple of bounces. Having a little trouble finding the ball. Miscaught there for a second. The touch to the right side. Recovered by Moses Lake. This could be interesting. Good give and go. Huberdeau. The shot across and the stop by Burgess. It was Huberdeau and it looked like number 16. It looked like Char and Huberdeau connecting over there. But play has resumed, and it's Wenatchee with the ball now. Carry on. Coble. Just carry on. Coble. Approaching midfield. A well-populated midfield awaited the Panthers. Good takeaway. This could be interesting. Davidson. Touch up field for Coble. Natalie Coble. Logan Gross-Didier. Even farther out for Stegman. The touch. Gross-Didier. Davidson, corner of the box. Right-footed shot. And Miss Vela watches it sail by. 10 minutes, 5 seconds left. And this is the first half of play. Moses Lake and Wenatchee still tied at 1-1. Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Moses Lake on the move now. Bowles watching it sail by. Recovered that time by Ingrid de la Rosa. At midfield we are now. Huberdeau. Oh, good turn. Huberdeau. The through ball that time. Almost finds a forward, but instead it's Miss Scott shielding it from Char and allowing Burgess to make the stop.
Yeah, great job by Miss Scott, just not letting that defender around. And she shielded that ball for several yards and allowed her keeper to pick the ball up. That was a good job.
Carry on. Sanchez Blanco. Morrison on defense for Moses Lake. Morrison leaving carry on behind. Huberdeau. Some of these Moses Lake players really know what to do with the ball at their feet. They treat the ball well. It may not be 100% effective all the time, but they do know how to take care of the ball, how to step away from a marker and find a path.
Yeah, they're playing very well. I'm impressed with the skill.
Sanchez Blanco. Huberdeau on the takeaway. Huberdeau. Prescott. 2 in the box. The shot. Prescott and the stop by Miss Burgess. That was a tricky shot, Matt Wisen.
Everything about that was telling me it was going to go in. Good job catching up with that ball and not losing sight of it. Wenatchee was beat on the back end of that too. So if it didn't go in, Moses Lake had a great chance of catching up to that.
Char will not catch up to that, and it will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. A good opportunity for 2 players of the Moses Lake team to enter the contest. Number 8 for the Mavericks, that would be Amaya Perez, and number 11, Ruby Nishida. Let's make a note of that. Right before I tell you about Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today at yourcleanconnection.com. A quick run straight up the middle. Rejected by Kenna Morrison. Looking for Prescott. First on it is Carry On. There is Bowles, the shot and the stop by Vela. 6:58 left on the clock.
It's like Bowles just kind of tweaked. She didn't get that ankle locked before she took the shot and just kind of jammed her foot when she took that.
Quick run down the flank. Off to the races is looked like Stegman. Defense prevailing for Moses Lake. Thornberry this case. Thornberry, I beg your pardon. Recovered by the Panthers. Pushing it upfield. Davidson gets into the mixer a little bit. Scott across the circle for Ava Coble. Scott down the flank, rejected by Moses Lake. There's Gross Didier. Kara Gross Didier sending it out of bounds. And now it's the time to tell you about Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington.
It's been a quiet night in the stands tonight.
Yes, but it doesn't take much for the Moses Lake fandom to just kick it into gear.
They have a good representation here, but for if you're a Wenatchee fan, I think.
Oh, yeah. Wenatchee's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake. Taking care of it will be Meadow Science.
They could also just be frozen. Their jaws are just frozen shut.
Bowles off to the races now. Stegman, Davidson inside the box. Davidson the shot. Oh, and it kisses the upright. Oh, my word. That was the second goal for Davidson, and the upright said no. Trying again. Wenatchee on the move. The header. There's Davidson. Davidson into the box. Davidson. Oh, my goodness. And this one sails just wide. A snake-bit sequence of events for young Miss Davidson, my Wisen.
She has got to be absolutely just shocked right now. Two golden opportunities. Great-looking shots. That far post, somebody must have put a magnet in that post in that ball because she's hurting that far post with a shot.
Now, number 20 is in for Moses Lake. She's not on the roster. There's a number 20 in the varsity, in the junior varsity team. So, since we're just about ready to go into break, we're going to try to investigate at the break what the player is, instead of saying a wrong name yet again. We're on the move now. Prescott, the turn. See, this is what I'm talking about. Great footwork by Moses Lake at times. Nishida, recovered by Wenatchee. There's Nishida again. Davidson. That was Caragor's Didier. Kayla Bowles. Good takeaway by number 20. There's Prescott. Looking for Nishida. Top of the box. Berkeley Bowles. Taken back by, looks like Huberdeau. Huberdeau. Back to 20. Huberdeau. Back to 20. Taken away by Wenatchee. This could be a good opportunity, but when Moses Lake with 5 at midfield against 3 of the Panthers. Oh, good touch that time with some speed now. The through ball, top of the box. Who's going to get there first? It looks like it's going to be Morrison for Moses Lake, sending it to the throw-in. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first half of play, according to the clock. There's Bowles, the shot, and with just a smidgen of difficulty, Ms. Vela puts a stop to the danger. There's number 20 again. Touch to the right, and then back left for Prescott. Prescott, good job by Bowles taking it away. Coble and carry on. Davidson. Far post, the touch. And that one fooled me for a split second, my Wisen, because the net shook.
Side net, yeah. That was a good finish. And great cross.
Just beautiful.
Couldn't quite catch up to it.
Mr. Navarro checking his watch. The end of the first half cannot be far behind. There's the throw-in. Looking to connect with Nishida. Instead it finds one of those tall Wenatchee midfielders. But here comes Moses Lake once again. Down the flank. Trying to find Nishida again. There's Nishida battling for it. Logan Gorsdidier putting it back into play for the Panthers. Defensive header by Moses Lake. Couple of bounces here and there. Waiting for it is Ava Coble. The touch up field for Berkeley Bowles. Further up now. Opening the game up to the right side. Stegman. The touch. Shot across. Who's there to connect? Oh, my word. What a good connection that time. Finding the left foot of Carrion, and the ball sails over the crossbar.
Yeah, another golden opportunity right there. I'm sure Wenatchee, if this score holds, will look back at a few opportunities and wring their hands a little bit.
Well, we'll see what the second half brings, because the first half is officially history. The partial score so far is 1 for Moses Lake, 1 for Wenatchee. It's been an entertaining first half, and we can't wait to see what the second half will bring.
Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality. Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
To the Apple Bowl. First half is over. Wenatchee and Moses Lake. Moses Lake and Wenatchee tied at 1 apiece. The first goal of the half belonged to Moses Lake, and it belonged in a museum because that was a thing of beauty, at least in my book. Reese Prescott went the Lone Ranger route and took care of business herself. She started about like 20, 23 yards out. Started slaloming past markers and found herself with a good shot on goal and sank it with nothing that the goalkeeper for Wenatchee, Miss Burgess, could do, and gave Moses Lake, the Mavericks, a 1-0 lead. It was a beautiful, beautiful goal, reminiscent, like I said during the broadcast, of, well, basically the goal of the century, they called it. FIFA called it. The goal of Diego Maradona against the British in the 1986 World Cup, when he basically went from midfield all the way to the celebratory hugs. And then the joy of that goal was somehow short-lived, I should say, because Piper Davidson, my Wisen, you could feel free to disagree with me, but I think she did not just what she needed to do, but what the team needed to do. The Wenatchee Panthers were overusing the long ball. Instead, what she did was she basically grabbed the ball, and instead of delivering that long touch across to make it close to the box, she got herself to the box and then delivered a shot from about, I would say, 17, 18 yards. Nothing the goalkeeper for Moses Lake, Miss Vela, could do, and that's where things stand now. I think Moses Lake dominated for long stretches of this first half, but I think Wenatchee, towards the end especially, realized that they were overusing that same strategy. They were becoming predictable. They were not being very successful at getting past a very well-populated midfield by Moses Lake, and ultimately they were able to change the course of the game, and they could very well be ahead if the upright didn't have some kind of vendetta against Piper Davidson.
Yeah, Wenatchee, like you said, did go to that well a little bit, and I guess to their defense, it is open a lot of times. They're not making that pass very well, and so it's being intercepted. It's being easily handled by the defense. So if they can nail that pass down, that's one thing, but they haven't been able to do that. So Wenatchee was able to sporadically, and more so during the second half of that first half, is work through the thirds, be a little bit more patient, and move the defense around and get your scoring players into position where they're able to receive the ball. And as we saw as a result of that, Wenatchee have, 3 golden opportunities right in front of
by golly, yes,
the net.
By golly, yes. This could very well be a much more lopsided score than what it is now. It's 1-1 for each team, but that only makes us more excited about what's to come here in the next 40 minutes. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll tell you all about it. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Können Sie mir das Problem sagen?
Meinen Zylinder überschwimmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren.
Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlussen. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free.
Harvest Valley Pest Control.
If you're looking for the best way to buy a pre-owned Honda, look no further than Honda True. You get less to worry about and more benefits. Choose from 3 different tiers with up to 10 model years of Honda vehicles, inspected by a Honda-trained technician. Discover why Honda True means less compromise and more of what you love about Honda.
Apple Valley Honda, your local Honda dealer in East Wenatchee.
One of the inland Northwest's most extraordinary four-wheeled beasts, the Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets, it can travel hundreds of miles on a surprisingly small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch them now at your inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
Sparsely populated Appleboro at that. It's understandable. It's the very first, I would say, truly cold night that we've had in this season.
It feels cold. Maybe it's just mental. I mean, what my phone app's saying 46, but
it
to
feels
me,
colder.
It
feels colder than 46. I'll tell you that. I tell you, one thing that did not disappoint though is the amount of intensity that these two teams brought to the fray. Neither team chose to speculate. They both went after that first initial tally, and although Moses Lake had it, Wenatchee responded in fine fashion, and now they're tied at 1 with 1:23 to go here at halftime. We'd like to thank one of our distinguished sponsors, Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving our patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities, and also our friends at Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality, installation service, and repair. We have discovered the identity of our mystery player. She is listed as number 7 in the junior varsity side of things for the Moses Lake Mavericks. She's wearing number 20 today. Her name is Samantha Escamilla. So to the Escamilla family, if they're watching, we apologize, or actually I apologize, for having referred to your daughter as number 20. I'm pretty sure that you spent a lot more time than that trying to come up with a name for her than just, a number. So I apologize. It will be Samantha Escamilla for the rest of the broadcast. And that broadcast is about to get a lot more busy because here comes Moses Lake, and here comes, not quite yet, Wenatchee are going to huddle up one last time. And let's see what we have there.
You have a greetings from Chile on the Facebook page. So, again, we're an international broadcast. They must be tuning in to listen to me tonight.
Oh, Mauricio, my beloved brother. Yeah, he's well, first of all, a terrific guy, and he is also my cousin's husband, my cousin Gladys's husband, and he's a character. That goes without saying. Play has resumed. We're back in action now. We're waiting for the blood to exit my face. And we're in business here at the Apple Bowl. Sanchez Blanco, the touch for Scott. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Panthers. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be goal kick for Moses Lake. I cannot put into words how much Moses Lake would love to walk out of here with 3 points, my Wisen.
It's, I mean, like we talked about in pregame, it's pretty bunched at the top. And everyone's fighting, and everyone's got a shot to potentially host that championship game for league.
Huberto. Char, looking to find Lindsay Davis. There's Miss Davis. Touch to the back. Bit of a miscommunication there. Perez. Wenatchee takes advantage of that. Swipes it away. Long touch upfield. Stopped up midfield by Moses Lake. Once again, that well-populated midfield for the Mavericks, making life pretty miserable at times for Wenatchee, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, like we were saying, Wenatchee just needs. I think movement is really going to help their cause. If you watch when Wenatchee's in possession, it's generally simplistic movement. Only a few people really trying to steer the defense and go into space or create space.
Huberto, the heel touch. This could be interesting. The shot, and it sails wide. Sorry to interrupt you, Matt Wisen, but Huberto pulled one out of, I don't know, Fantasyland. Nice little heel touch there.
Yeah, I was going to say, other than that, Wenatchee's kind of watching the ball and just moving along. They need to start taking, just taking the reins and
dictating the tempo.
And it seems like they're kind of waiting for the game to come to them. Obviously, Huberto didn't wait right there and decided to do exactly what I said, take the reins and go at the goal.
That was pretty fancy. And Sanchez Blanco, recovered by Moses Lake. Huberto into the box, battling it out. And with more urgency than style, the back line of Wenatchee sends it to the bleachers. In this case, looks like number 16, Giselle Sanchez Blanco. Throwing for the Mavericks. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here. There's a shot. And Miss Char doesn't get Miss Burgess much too worried that time. It will be a goal kick for the Panthers. Scott. Sanchez Blanco. Meadow Science. Huberto. The turn. Across the center alley. Looking to find Bettis. Morrison. Rejected. Back to Morrison. Is she going to shield it and try to make it go out? She's not going to have the opportunity. Higley. Wenatchee recovers up midfield. Sanchez Blanco. Pushed upfield for Bowles. Natalie Bowles. The turn and the touch. Backtracking for Sanchez Blanco. Coble. Scott on the right side. The rejection lands at the feet of Char. Char, ball goes out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball. Science on the throw-in. Ava Coble and the stands right below us.
Good
almost hit the coach on the head. All right. Brownie points for Meadow Science for saving her coach's noggin that time.
Yeah.
Now, Wisen, the floor is yours.
I was just about ready to say, yeah, that's a good way to get your own child substituted off the field, is hit their coach in the head with a soccer ball.
Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake. 34 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second half. And Moses Lake getting ready to restart the action from the sidelines. Good recovery by Wenatchee. Approaching the top of the box. There's Sanchez Blanco. Opening him up to Gross Didier. Shot across. Scott. Can't quite connect. Huberto. Off to the races. Huberto. Lindsay Davis. Bettis. Back to Davis. Interrupted by Kara Gross Didier. Trying to get his Char. Recovered by Wenatchee. This could be interesting. Approaching the top of the box. A sweet touch. Bowles. Touch to the back. Top of the box again. And getting involved. It looked like Miss Bettis trying to break things up. No, it was number 8, actually. It was Amaya Perez. Did I say that correctly? Amaya, yes. Amaya Perez. It will be a corner kick. We haven't seen many of those today, Matt Wisen.
No, we haven't really. So we're actually setting up pretty high away from the goal in this corner kick. Sometimes they come up with some pretty creative plays.
The ball's on the shot. Defensive header. The clearing by Huberto doesn't work. It does work now. Off to the races she goes. Battling her out is Ava Coble. And ultimately getting involved before the ranch catches on fire was Kara Gross Didier sending it to the throw-in.
Yeah, great defense by Wenatchee. Good job. Strong play.
Bettis. Science. Thornberry. Char. And sending it to the throw-in is Ava Coble. 32 minutes left in the second half. Science. Huberto. Whenever I say Huberto, I'm reminded of Lucien Bouchardot. My brother Mauricio, listening in, probably remembers that name too. Infamous referee in the 1998 World Cup. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's looking up at us, watching this game.
Oh, of course. You know, we're known all around the world, especially in Chile. We're really popular down there. You know, I was just about ready to say the score doesn't seem like it's going to hold up to me. The game, it feels like we're going to see another goal, or if not two. It's about the score line is about as safe as that fence along the cemetery.
Oh my gosh! They should really put a canvas on top of that fence. Honestly, there's the touch, and Ms. Vela with a bit of difficulty. And let's see what the referee says. Referee says,
corner kick.
Corner kick.
Yeah. Wenatchee's missing a funding opportunity. They could have a live camera there, and you could pay for a live stream and just watch all the people taking that fence out.
Hey, I've been one of those people, so I'd rather not.
You took that fence out?
Not the fence, but I left a little mark one time. And the header, and Ms. Vela with the stop. Earning a few plaudits from the Moses Lake faithful here right below us. 30 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second half.
Now you're going to get some grief from me.
Scott, of course.
Oh.
Hey, dude, my mother says I look like I have fat hands when I do these games, okay? No, I expect nothing less from you.
About driving and hitting that fence? Oh, boy. I got all kinds of ammo now.
There's a throw-in for Moses Lake. Recovered by Wenatchee. Bowles. Bettis under some pressure. Bettis. The turn for Prescott. Leaves one behind. Tries for two. Whistle on the play, and there should be a card in my opinion. That was pretty harsh, but no, it's just going to be the free kick for the Mavericks. 29-26 left in the second half. I'm going to scooch a little closer this way. This is where the heater is.
No.
And the open window.
Not me.
Dude. Berkeley Bowles. Good takeaway that time by Amaya Perez. Perez to the stripe. Prescott. Perez can't quite get there. Natalie Bowles. Scooping her way for Moses Lake is Huberto. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball. Down the stripe. Lindsey Davis taken back by Wenatchee. Pushed upfield. Good pressure by the Mavericks. There's Science. Science and Thornberry. The touch back to Science doesn't quite work. Sweeping maneuver by Huberto doesn't quite work either. There's Scott. First on it is slightly irate Moses Lake player. She did not take too kindly to the marking by Scott. It was Char.
Well, and we just had a missed foul right there, it looked like.
Yeah, there's a player down. Now she's getting back up. It looks like his Bowles, Berkeley Bowles.
Yeah, Berkeley took a shot to the back there.
Yeah.
And may have got some, who knows, just frustration. Tess Scott is a solid player and can definitely.
The goal kick didn't work at all for Moses Lake there. Ball landed right at the feet of Bowles, but they're still trying to get it out, and there's a bit of a commotion there. It's Huberto and Giselle Sanchez Blanco getting into it. Let's see if Mr. Navarro is going to get involved. No, he just calls a foul on Moses Lake. Free kick for the Panthers. Now he's going to ask that the wall stands 10 yards away.
10 yards, yeah. Well, we got yard markers, but that's not exactly 10.
Yeah. Davis on the rejection. Recovered by Wenatchee. Berkeley Bowles. Ava Coble. Back to Bowles. Feet up. Dangerous play. That's right. It will be Wenatchee ball once again. Instructions from Ms. Vela can be heard all the way up here. There's Davidson. Out of the box. The header. And Ms. Vela catches up to it. I thought she was going to let it sail by.
Great ball in.
Huberto battling with Bowles. There's Prescott. Wenatchee prevailing that time. Ball goes out of bounds. No, let's see what the referee says.
Yeah, we got to throw in.
Oh, out of bounds. All right, thank you, Matt. 25-25 on the clock. Whistle on the play. Substitution, and it's Samantha Escamilla making her way to the pitch. Replacing Looks like Camry Char. And there's a substitution for Wenatchee. At the very least one. And it looks like it's number 17, Ms. Stegman, returning to the action. Scott. Stopped by Davis. Escamilla. Making a path as she goes. Taken away by Didier. On the move now, Wenatchee. 3-on-3. The through ball doesn't quite pay the dividends she was expecting, and it looks like it's number 17 for Moses Lake. Kenna Morrison sending it to the throw-in.
Yeah, but good job by Logan out there on the flank, getting down and keeping possession and making a nice slotted ball through.
There's the throw-in for Wenatchee. Morrison on the mark. Touch to the back. Sanchez Blanco. All the way back to midfield for Coble. Hubert on the battle. Good maneuver. Davis. Back to Huberto. And she is fouled. No, the referee says play on. Referee says play on. Bettis. Touch to the back. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like number 15 for Wenatchee. Ms. Rivera is in. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, it is number 15. Ball goes out of bounds. Sanchez Blanco can't quite get to it. Taken away by Science. Opening the game up for Bettis. Shot across. The touch and the stop by Miss Burgess. Beautiful combination. And a good shot by Reese Prescott, but an even better stop by the goalkeeper for Wenatchee, Matt Wisen.
Yeah.
And now she's on her.
Just slipped right when she let
she
go of
slipped?
that.
Okay, I thought she was injured.
Looks like she tweaked a leg a little bit on that one.
She's limping around a little bit. She's up on her feet, and Carlson is trying to get the attention of somebody. Mr. Carlson, I should say, one of the assistant referees. But play continues. There's Bettis. Whistle on the play. And it will be Wenatchee ball, and Ms. Burgess still not 100%. She's limping.
Yeah, she tweaked something in her knee or ankle or something there. This turf, as you can see, is so packed down right now. And as the temperature drops, it's getting a little slippery.
Davidson trying to find Stegman. Ball goes out of bounds. Davidson. Bowles. Stegman. Back to Davidson. Davidson making a path as she goes. Top of the box. Right-footed shot. And not a major worry for Ms. Vela.
Just something to be aware of, if you're Wenatchee's back four, to not send your flanks in on the attack all the time, because Miss Burgess is going to need some support back there, and if she wants to keep that ball out of the net.
Shot across. Defensive header by Meadow Science, and they're going to let that one sail by, it looks like. It will be a corner kick for Wenatchee. 20 minutes, 34 seconds left in the second half. Les Schwab Tires takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Far post. River Mixer, the touch. Who's going to tap it in? Still not cleared. The shot, goal, 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 goal! And just like that, Wenatchee takes the lead.
That ball bouncing around in front of the goal is always just pinging around. It's so dangerous, and you never know what's going to happen. And great finish by Wenatchee.
19 minutes left for Wenatchee to get that third goal. They have an extra point. They get an extra point.
Max points if you score three goals.
Three goals. That's right.
In the win. And that's WIAA scoring. I don't quite understand their crazy formula that they have, but I do know that it's 3 goals in the win, you get max points.
I want to say it was Stegman with the goal, but I will not put any money on it until I've checked with the coaching staff. We'll probably have that on the post-game show, folks. But in the meantime, let's talk about what Miss Davidson is trying to do. Crossing the ball to Miss Stegman. First on it is Miss Vela with the stop. And a goal kick for the Mavericks. Bettis, Huberto, Stegman, 2 on the mark, Science, Escamilla, Davidson on the mark, opening the game up to the right side, taking him back by Wenatchee. Completely different Wenatchee team here in this particular stretch of the game, Matt Wisen.
They are moving the ball better. Being a little bit more patient in their attack and working on their possession and not just giving it away quickly. You know what I was just about ready to say about that. I was just about ready to say about that 3-goal thing. The coach in me right now wants to get a little bit more cautious and preserve that 2-goal or that win. First of all, that's the most important thing. Second is be even more patient, knowing that Moses Lake's going to have to press, and then choose your opportunity carefully, because Moses Lake's dangerous, and they're waiting for Wenatchee to push for that 3rd goal. But there's going to be a time when they're going to have to send numbers forward, and that's when you want to attack.
There's a substitution for Moses Lake, number 13, who's also not on the roster. So she will be numero 13 for the foreseeable future, number 13. This could be dangerous for Moses Lake as Wenatchee's trying to steal it right at the top of the box. Davis.
Wenatchee's in a high press situation right now. And
Davidson. Bowles. Cleared away inside the box by Science. Wenatchee still battling, and there's a foul, and Science growing frustrated. Make that Sanchez Blanco growing frustrated. And I can understand why the call went against Sanchez Blanco. So it will be Moses Lake ball. I thought it was going to be in favor of Wenatchee myself, but I don't have the whistle or the flag, so we're going to go with the opinion of those who do. A touch upfield. Escamilla on the mark. Wenatchee prevailing. Morrison. Davidson. Davidson shot across, and the diving stop by Ms. Vela. 15:59 left on the clock. Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe materials around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate. 509-423-2207. Down the flank it goes, out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. Let me tell you about Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulator. 509-884-4653. Wenatchee on the quick recovery. Berkeley Bowls opening the game up to Giselle Sanchez Blanco. Rivera. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Panthers. Down the stripe. Shading towards the right side. Shot across. Partially cleared away. Wenatchee trying again. Bowles the shot and the stop by Vela. Berkeley Bowles with an interesting effort there from their left side. 14 minutes. And now 14 minutes and 14 seconds left in this, the second half of play. Moses Lake looking a little worn out here, Matt Wisen, but they're still very dangerous on the counter. Whistle on the play. It will be a foul call. Wenatchee will take, or rather retake, control of the action. And in the meanwhile, let me tell you about Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. There's a couple of whistles there. We'll see what the kerfuffle is all about. The commotion, as it were. Oh, just a free kick for Wenatchee deep in their own half of the field. Rejected by Moses Lake. Escamilla. Bit of a whistle. Yep, there it is. The foul occurred before the Wenatchee player hit the deck. It will be Moses Lake ball. Top of the box. Coble. The quick touch by Davidson. A little too long that time for Logan Gors-Didier. Ball goes out of bounds. Moses Lake will put it back into play. And Huberto returns to the action for the Mavericks. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left. This moment of the game brought to you by Inland Northwest Honda dealers, including Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Quickly recovered by the Panthers. Quickly taken away by Miss Science. Science trying to sail past one marker, gets fouled by Miss Scott. And I see my partner shaking his head. Your 2 cents, Matt Wisen.
I didn't see. But again, like I say all the time, I may not see the foul, but the referee's closer than I am.
A lot closer than both of us. There's the shot by Miss Science, and she just cannot help but hold her head with both hands after seeing that shot sail wide. 11:47 left on the clock. Wenatchee ahead of Moses Lake 2-1. Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Folks, don't forget there's a massively big football game coming your way this Friday. Two very strong teams, Moses Lake and Eastmont, battling it out. Going live at 6:30 p.m. here on NCWLIFE Channel with Grant, Brandon, and Eric bringing the game to you. You will not want to miss that one. Ball goes out of bounds. With more urgency than style, Miss Coble wanted no part of that touch. And it will be Moses Lake putting it back into action. Meadow Signs on the throw-in. Rejected by Scott. Huberto with some space. Gets past two. Shot across. She slips. And there's nobody to tap it in. Prescott was a little out of position there. Ball goes out of bounds. Matt Wisen, the floor is yours.
She's very, very much hobbled right now. If you saw Miss Prescott trying, not Prescott, but
Huberto?
No, Wenatchee's goalkeeper. I apologize.
Okay.
Saw her trying to catch up to that ball.
She's hobbling still. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Davidson. Defensive effort that time by Morrison. Morrison letting it sail out of bounds. It should be Moses Lake ball. It is, says the referee, but the player has to back up a little bit. In the meantime, let me tell you about Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Long kick upfield, not a major worry for Wenatchee. Berkeley bowls. Touch to the back for Rivera. Scott off to the races. Scott, bit of a collision there. Stegman. Good touch. Stegman. Huberto. Stegman getting that right foot ready. No, the touch for Natalie Bowles. Natalie Bowles approaching the top of the box. Bowles into the box now. Back to Bowles. Right footed shot. And it sails out of bounds. Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available. Stop by their website, globalcarcare.net.
Oh, Wenatchee's crowd starting to get into the game.
Yeah, they are coming alive. Finally, Davidson. Good recovery. Now rejected by the backline of the Mavericks. Off to the races now. It's number 13, the one we don't have the name for. Two waiting inside the box. Huberto, just a hair delayed.
Yeah, great job tracking back defensively. That was just a battle. Both players with great pace trying to catch up to that ball down the side. Wenatchee's starting to sense the opportunity for a counterattack now. They're playing their one high up a lot higher than they've put her in the past several minutes now. I think that's Piper, yeah.
Berkeley Bowles to Natalie Bowles. Davidson on the counter. You called it, Matt. Shot across. Rejected. Bit of a shove there. Back to Davidson. Davidson to Bowles. Top of the box. Right-footed shot. Lasso! What a shot. What a shot. Looked like Natalie Bowles from up here. And that basically is what Wenatchee was hoping for.
Yeah, just a good play. I mean, Piper with good brought a lot of attention back to that baseline there. Moses Lake's dropping in deep to prevent her. She's getting on a shooting streak here, and just that ball dropped back into a great shooting position and top of the box and found a great near post looked like shot there.
A quick counter. There's Bettis waiting in the middle. She has a teammate. Is she going to get there? And she is not. Just by a hair too late. It would look like Kenna Morrison. Let me see. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it was Kenna Morrison, who's been playing defense for long stretches, doing her best to eat away at this 2-game lead that Wenatchee holds over Moses Lake. 6 minutes left. Bettis. A touch that time by Coble. Berkeley Bowles. Bowles. Taken back by Huberto. Long ball down the stripe. Out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Moses Lake, says the assistant referee, Ms. Morol. A touch by Lindsay Davis. A little too long for her teammate there. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. We're back in action now. Good run. Interrupted by the backline of the Mavericks. Bettis looking to connect with Kenna Morrison. Instead, it's the Panthers recovering. There's Scott. Scott against Bettis. Shot. Stegman hits the deck. Play continues. Meadow Science. Berkeley Bowles. Quick run down the flank. Is the ball going to stay in bounds? Shot across. Rejected. There's Davis. Waiting for it is Bettis. Bettis. Scott on the block. Berkeley Bowles. And now Scott again. The touch for Stegman. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake ball. Davis against the line. Over the head of Pettis. Scott. Across midfield. Davidson directing traffic. Davidson making a path as she goes into the box. Stegman getting that left foot ready. Stegman sailing past one, trying to make it past two, can't quite do it. Whistle on the play, foul called.
Yeah, just one touch too many in the box there. Keep that ball on your left foot, shield it from the defender, and take that shot.
Berkeley Bowles. Across midfield they go. Davidson. Davidson. Shot to the top of the box. Rejected by Science. Wenatchee trying again. Whistle on the play. It will be Moses Lake ball. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left in regulation. Folks, don't forget November the 3rd. Eastmont football against the number 2 seed of the Mid-Columbia Conference. 6:30 p.m. live on NCWLIFE. With Grant, Brandon, and Eric on the call. The three amigos. Davidson. Davidson. Shot upfield for Logan Gross-Didier. Off to the races again. Davidson. Higley sending it to the throw-in. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. The clock has stopped, so the time is being kept on the field by the officials. There's Scott. Scott, right-footed touch. Can't quite connect with one of those advancing forwards, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's 3-1 the lead for Wenatchee over Moses Lake. And according to my partner's clock, we have about 1 minute left in regulation. And the referee just signaled 2 minutes left. So we were close. We were close.
Well, extra time, you know.
Yeah. So 2 minutes of extra time plus a minute in regulation tells us that we're going to be here a little longer yet. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Moses Lake putting it back into action. Bit of a touch there. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Will it be a goal kick? Yes, it will. Moses Lake. And Ms. Vela hurrying matters up. Mr. Navarro checking his watch. And senior night is close to coming to a very happy ending for these Wenatchee Panthers. The touch. Top of the box, Bowles. The shot. Oh, my word. No doubter. No doubter. What a touch that time. Wenatchee putting this one away. Stegman with her tally.
Great shot. Good movement. Good, ball movement. Just really difficult to defend that kind of pace and movement and that close into the box. And, great finish.
Gorzidier. Whistle on the play. Foul call. It will be Wenatchee ball. And love seeing the little bit of sportsmanship. The Moses Lake player tapping Gorzidier on the shoulders if to say, my bad. Quick run down the flank. Off to the races is Davidson. The ball will outrace her. It will be Moses Lake ball. We should be coming down to it here, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, we're any second.
In a second half that has been all Wenatchee. A very tough first half for the Panthers, and a second half in which they were able to set the pace and reap the dividends against a very talented Moses Lake squad. Some players and the Moses Lake team really know how to treat the ball.
Yeah, I've been impressed. They have several players that could see time after they graduate from high school.
They're off to chase the ball down to the locker room areas. There's another ball coming. Yeah, there is. Two of them, as a matter of fact. And once again, the fandom for Wenatchee coming alive. It's kind of easy to root for your team when you're ahead by 3 goals and there's a minute left. That's all I'm going to say about that. Wenatchee getting a slightly tighter hold now on that first place spot with this victory, if this score were to hold. Let's see what the referee says on this one. I thought it would be a corner kick, but no, it will be just a goal kick. I thought Ms. Vela sent it out. Instead, it will be a goal kick for the Mavericks of Moses Lake, being taken care of by Kaya Higley. And there's the whistle that tells us that this game is now part of our great nation's history. The final score, Wenatchee 4, Moses Lake 1.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new midsize Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Bowl. It's starting to rain. And for a while in the second half, it looked like it was raining goals because after a 1-1 tie at halftime, it was all Wenatchee against the Mavericks here. Final score favoring the Panthers over Moses Lake, 4-1. Next to me is Natalie Bowles. Natalie, how you doing? She's one of the players of the game, chosen by the coaching staff of the Panthers, and of course, Coach Springer. Coach, welcome once again. And Natalie, let me start by asking you, what allowed you to make such a different effort in the second half compared to the first one?
During halftime, we really recognized like the things we needed to work on. We needed to pick up the intensity. We were playing very sloppy the first half with our passes. And I think once we got our passes connected, we finally picked it up.
Now, was the fact that it was a senior night, the emotional charge of seeing Sienna suit up, was that a factor in perhaps, like you said, the sloppy first half? It was a little hard to get into focus?
Yeah, I think our mind was really elsewhere in the beginning. But then we picked it up once we realized we needed the 3 goals, we needed the win. I don't know, I don't think we really thought of that but when we started the game.
But you did know, okay, 1 more goal and we get that extra point. That was in the back of your minds.
Yes, once we got the 2 goals, we knew we needed the last one.
Devereaux is going to pat. No, it's Bishop in there now.
Tonight's coverage of live local sports has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Alpine Air, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Thanks for joining us for live coverage of local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
That'll be it for the night as the Wenatchee Panthers